If you're trying to figure out whether you should get the Chase Freedom Flex or the Chase Freedom Unlimited, you're not alone. This is one of the most common questions that I get. And the honest answer is that it depends on your situation, what other cards you have in your wallet, and how much you want to think about your spending. So today, I'm going to break down both cards completely and help you figure out which one actually makes the most sense for you. If you're new here, my name's Mary, and I teach families how to maximize their points, miles, and money so that you can travel the world for nearly free. If that sounds interesting to you, then make sure to give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed. And if you're brand new to points and miles travel, then grab a copy of my free beginner's guide that I'll link in the description. Now let's get into it. Both the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited are marketed as cashback cards. And if you only have one of these cards and nothing else, then that's exactly what they are. You earn points and then you redeem them for cash back at 1 cent per point. The value of the points is more limited. But here's where it gets interesting. Both of these cards technically earn Chase Ultimate Rewards points. And if you also hold a Chase Sapphire Preferred, a Sapphire Reserve, a Sapphire Reserve for Business, or an Ink Business Preferred card, then those points become fully transferable to Chase's airline and hotel partners. Now, all of a sudden, those points are a lot more valuable. So what looks like a cash back card on the surface is actually a points earning machine when it's paired with the right card. And that's exactly how I use mine. I pair my Freedom Flex with my Sapphire Reserve and my Ink Unlimited card, and together they form a really powerful points earning ecosystem with no extra annual fees. We'll get into that more in a minute, but let's start with the Freedom Flex. The Freedom Flex has no annual fee, and the cool thing about this card is that it has rotating 5x quarterly categories. Every 3 months, Chase announces a new set of bonus categories where you can earn 5x points, or 5% cash back on up to $1,500 in combined spending for that quarter. So to give you a sense of what these categories look like, in Q1 2026, the categories were dining, Norwegian Cruise Line, and donations to the American Heart Association. In Q2 2026, they were Amazon, Chase Travel, and Feeding America. So the categories rotate every quarter, and they're usually things that families genuinely spend money on, like groceries, gas, Amazon, dining, PayPal, or wholesale clubs. Now, some of them are definitely kind of random and niche, but I would say that there's always at least one valuable category each quarter that's worth pursuing. Chase has been running this program for years, so there are plenty of examples of past categories to look at if you want to get an idea of what some of the categories look like. Now, there's one thing that you have to do if you want to take advantage of these 5x points. You have to activate the quarterly categories. It's a simple click in the Chase app or website, but you do have to remember to do it each quarter or you won't earn the 5x points. Now, that's one friction point with the Flex, is that it does require a little bit of engagement to maximize it. On top of the rotating categories, the Flex also earns 5x points on Chase Travel, 3x on dining, 3x at drugstores, and 1x on everything else. If you max out the 5x categories every quarter, meaning that you're spending $1,500 in those categories for 4 quarters, then that's $6,000 in spending, which will earn you 30,000 points total at 5x earning power. For a no annual fee card, that's really good. Now let's talk about the Freedom Unlimited, because this card has a completely different appeal, and for a lot of families it might be the easier choice. The Freedom Unlimited also has no annual fee, and its core feature is simple. You earn 1.5x points on everything. There are no rotating categories to keep track of, no activation required, no thinking about what card to use for that purchase. You just use it for everything that doesn't have a better category on another card in your wallet, and then you'll earn 1.5x on every single dollar. But on top of that flat 1.5x everywhere, the Unlimited also earns 5x points on Chase Travel, 3x on dining, and 3x at drugstores, which are the same fixed categories as the Freedom Flex. The appeal of the Unlimited card is that it's simple. So if you don't want to think about rotating categories and don't want to remember to activate anything, and you just want a reliable card that earns consistently on every purchase, then this is the right card. The 1.5x floor is higher than the 1x that you'd be earning on non-category spending on the Flex card. And there's no cap for how much you can earn at that rate. Now, which card is actually better? On paper, the Freedom Flex is going to win if you look at the earning rates. 5x on rotating categories is significantly better than 1.5x on everything if you're spending the $1,500 per quarter in those bonus categories and maxing them out every quarter. Because then the Freedom Flex is going to earn you more points than the unlimited on that spend. But the Flex only earns 1x on everything else outside of its bonus categories. So for all that spending that doesn't fall into dining, grocery stores, or the rotating quarterly categories, then you're earning 1 point per dollar. That's where the Unlimited's 1.5x earning rate becomes meaningful. So here's the honest answer. The right card for you is going to depend on what else you have in your wallet. If you don't have any other cards with a strong catch-all rate, meaning something that earns 1.5x or better on every purchase, then there's a real argument for having both the Flex and the Unlimited. You would use the Flex for the 5x categories every quarter and then use the Unlimited for everything else. Together, they're a really strong no annual fee combo. Now, if you already have a card that earns 1.5x or better on everything, like the Chase Ink Unlimited, which earns 1.5x on all purchases, or the Built Palladium or Venture X that earns 2x on all purchases, then you don't necessarily need the Freedom Unlimited on top of that, in my opinion. Because in that case, the Flex is the better addition to your wallet because of the 5x rotating categories, and they're actually doing something that your other cards aren't doing. I personally have the Freedom Flex, and I use it specifically for those 5x categories every quarter. My catch-all spending goes on my Ink Unlimited, which earns 1.5x on everything when I'm in need of Chase points, or I end up using my Amex Blue Business Plus that earns 2x everywhere when I want to top off my Amex balance. So together, they all cover my spending really efficiently without any overlap and without any annual fees among them. Now, like we've mentioned before, on their own, without a Sapphire card or an Ink Business Preferred, then both the Flex and the Unlimited are cash back cards. The points that you earn can only be redeemed for cash, gift cards, or travel through the Chase portal at 1 cent per point. But the moment that you pair either of these cards with a Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve for Business, or Ink Business Preferred, then everything changes. Your points can pool together and become fully transferable to Chase's travel partners. That's when you can send those Freedom Flex 5x points to Hyatt for a hotel stay, or to Aeroplan for a business class flight, or to Flying Blue for a family trip to Europe. That's when they stop being cash back and start being a real travel currency. So if you're using the Freedom Flex or Freedom Unlimited as standalone cards without one of those premium Chase cards to make the points transferable, then you're leaving a significant amount of value on the table. These cards are the most powerful as part of a Chase ecosystem, not necessarily on their own. Now, in terms of welcome bonuses, both of these cards usually offer a similar welcome bonus. Sometimes one is more elevated compared to the other. The welcome bonuses are usually around $200 to $300 in cash back after a very low spend requirement in the first 3 months. You'll have to check what the current offer is when you apply because they do change. The spend requirement is usually very low, often just $500 for the first 3 months, and that's easy to hit without even changing your spending habits. So, which one should you get? The Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited are two of the best no annual fee cards available right now. They're not flashy, they don't have lounge access or big travel credits, but they are workhorses. And when paired with the right cards in your Chase ecosystem, they can quietly earn you a decent amount of points on your everyday family spending. As always, the best card for your wallet is a personal decision, and it depends on what other cards you have and what your spending patterns are. But I'll make it simple for you. You might consider getting the Freedom Flex if you're willing to activate the quarterly categories and you want to maximize the 5x rotating categories every quarter, especially if you already have another card that covers your non-category spending at 1.5x or better. You might consider the Freedom Unlimited if you want simplicity, you don't want to have to think about categories, and you want a reliable 1.5x floor on all of your spending. And you might consider getting both if you don't have another strong catch-all card and you want to maximize your Chase points across all of your spending. You can use the Flex for the 5x categories and the Freedom Unlimited for everything else. And either way, make sure that you're pairing whichever card you get with the Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve for Business, or Ink Business Preferred so that your points can actually be transferable. That's when these cards go from good to great. If you're interested in signing up for any of the cards that we've discussed, then my referral links are in the description. Using them costs you nothing, you still get the best offer available, and they help support my channel, so I really appreciate it. If you found this helpful, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you're subscribed. And I have full reviews on both of these cards on my website, so I'll link those in the description as well. That way you can dig into all the details. Now go ahead and click into the next video on the screen, and I'll see you over there.